All right, hey, Shalom Makian. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to YAHAWAH,
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash.
double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. And we are the Hebrew Israelites, which consists of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indian, and Haitians. According to the Holy Scriptures, where God chose the people. The Heavenly Father name is YAHAWAH. Son name is YAHAWASHI.
That's right.
And coming back at you, man, with in the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. New Year's Eve of destruction 2019. And Lord willing, this will be our last year up in Babylon, man.
Right,
There's no man, no the hour nor the time, but Yahweh himself. So all we gotta do is continue to push this word, man. Stay in the spirit, be brotherly, tear down our old man. Lord willing, we make it. Our household, our wives and our children make it, because the Heavenly Father is about to take the so-called white man, who is a biblical Idumeans, our power, man.
That's right.
That's the time frame we in, an end of an age.
Right.
All right, an end of an age, man. And who's next up to rule? The Israelites.
That's right.
All right, the elect of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI.
Right, and like I say, and all signs are pointing towards that. You see how 2018 is ending, man, with the stock market fucking just tanking, man.
Right.
You know, the middle class is tanking. Everything about Esau that's been holding him up is being put on the forefront, man. He's being exposed. Israel is rising. The stock market is crashing. Esau's blessing, which is his sword, is being made weak, man. And Israel's being made strong. So everything, the market of the beast is showing itself beyond measure, man. The Most High is making everything being known in these last days, man. In these last days of the last days, man. Right. And everything at the men of the Lord, starting with the elders and the apostles of GreatMillStone, through us on down, everything that we've been saying is finally really showing itself to be true, man. That's right. And it's without a shadow of a doubt, man. You can't deny it, man. You can't deny that these nations can't deny that we ain't the Israelites, man. Because everything that we're saying is leading and it lines up right with prophecy, man. Who would be those men on the corners on these last days, cussing out the men that oppressed us, man, and showing ourselves to be Israel. Where do you see Esau showing himself to be the men of the Most High? Where do you see Ammon, Moab, Ishmael? We're the only ones that's doing that, man. Right. So everything is lined up according to scriptures to the true men and the true servants of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI to be standing up in these last days, man. Because this is the end, man. This is the end of the heathen rule on the planet Earth as we know it, man.
That's right, man.
And not only that, but we're also entering the so-called New Year in the midst of a government shutdown.
Yeah.
The government's still shut down.
Spiritual,
you know? So,
so get your scripture real quick. Start off with
this is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand.
Yeah, the end of the so-called white man power structure, man. The end of America. The end of NATO.
Transgenderism.
You know what I'm saying? The end of all this wicked ass iniquity, man. All right? Hey, the Lord is about to refresh this earth, man. Revitalize everything to its purest form, man. When YAHAWASHI returns, man, we're going to clean up the planet. We're going to take these heathens down.
Destroy all their idols.
You know what I'm saying? All the idols going to be smashed.
All the lies, all the bullshit, the GMOs, the contrails, man. The goddamn
chemtrails.
The chemtrails, the geoengineering, man. You know what I mean? All this bullshit, all the lies, everything that's setting itself up to oppose itself against the Most High is about to be stomped out, man.
Stomped out, man. Right. That's the time we entering in, man. Right. The Heavenly Father got through the internet. That's how we all woke up, man. The Heavenly Father got fruit throughout all the four corners of the earth. Right. You got bros down in the Caribbean islands. Yeah. You got bros in Canada,
Germany,
all throughout the United States, down in South America, Central America,
Canada.
You got I say Canada, the bro out there in Germany. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth, man. You probably got brothers out there that you don't know that has a camera.
Brother, what's up, real quick, brother?
No, finish that one you had, bro. Finish the book for sure.
Okay, so but the end of all, 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Yeah, be sober, man. What is that sober dealing with, man? Sticking with this doctrine.
Keeping your eyes single.
Keep your eyes single, man. Continuing the path that's been set forth before you. You know, calling the name of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, being a brother, taking off that old man to the best of your ability, man. Clean up your ways. All right, that's the time we're in, man. Because when the Lord brings this hell down here, man, you want to be on the right side of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. That's the side you want to be on, man. For myself, and all you bros, man. This is a very, very serious matter. The Lord is about to clean up this madness, man. About to set us up, Lord will, man. You gotta believe that. You gotta have faith, man. You gotta walk like it. You gotta talk like it, man.
That's right, bro.
I'm back here, man. It goes perfect what you said, because the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, man.
And it said this gospel.
Right. It's only one, that one gospel, man.
That's right. The one good news, man. That we all heard through the internet that hit you like goddamn Tyson hit you in your rib cage, man.
That's right, bro.
That's all. It was like, what the hell?
That type of hit you can't ignore.
Yeah, what the hell?
And just like this truth, that's why it's going up through all nations. That's why you see brothers waking up in Turkey, brothers waking up in
Germany,
who you would not think would look like Israelites are waking up in these last days, man.
That show you that Christianity ain't the came in 1492, you know?
Right. So this gospel is being preached unto all nations, like the brother said, through the way of the unicorn, through the internet, man. Right. That's why you see these different brothers who don't look like a typical John Shaft Israelite waking up in all four corners of the earth. Like the brother said, you got brothers that's waking up in this truth that don't have cameras, man. Yeah. That might look like a straight blue-eyed, blonde-haired Edomite, man. But it has the spirit of YAHAWASHI in him, and he's preaching his gospel according to the ways that the elders and apostles of GreatMillStone are teaching him, man. Just like that brother in Germany, man. Right. English ain't his first language, man. He's out there breaking it down in German, but he's breaking down in English, but you can tell that his German is better than his English, man. That's right. But we understand what he is saying, man. That's right. This gospel is being preached just as YAHAWASHI said it would be, man, throughout all nations, man. That's right. And every Israelite ain't gonna look like your typical black man, man. That's right, bro. That's how you know that you niggas that teach that are not spiritual, man. That's why you niggas who can't see the chip is not the mark of the beast, is saying that it's the spiritual mark, are not spiritually understanding that, man. That's right. The Lord is making it plain and known to his chosen, man. So the rest of you niggas are not chosen, man.
Yeah, he putting those shiners on right now against these motherfuckers out there, man. Yo, YAHAWASHI not even playing. This is the most I ever seen it in this level out of all the years, man. That's right. To see the shiners bright on these niggas that's out there, man. But we know this through the scriptures, man.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, brother.
Got a quick precept. This is Ephesians 1:13. It says, in whom ye also trusted after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation.
This is the gospel, the good news for you, Lord willing, get the hell up out of here, man. Because the Lord is about to bring YAHAWASHI, aka Al-Shaja, is about to bring some terrible times out here, man.
That's right.
Yeah. It's going to be freaking 70 AD on steroids, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Comfortability to the max.
Right. Yeah, many distress, man, and great miseries. So, you know, hey, man, we are here to do our job. We're here to warn you. Whatever Esau is going to do, he's going to do. We're going to continue to teach because this is what the Lord brought us into this world to do.
Right. You gotta understand that the word of the Most High don't go out void, man. So this word is reaching exactly who YAHAWASHI wanted to, regardless of what the fuck he looks like, man. Right. He can be a slimy-eyed goop with a fucking fucked up haircut, man. Yeah. If he's of the elect of YAHAWASHI, guess what? He's gonna hear this word, he's gonna receive it, he's gonna understand it, it's gonna make sense to him, man. That's right. You need to get out of this fucking, like the brothers in Dallas say, that apartment mentality when it comes to this truth, man. This truth is omnipotent, just like the Most High is, man. That's right. It's working on every avenue, and it's getting in every crevice. It's getting exactly who the Most High wants to get it in these last days and get it, right? Yeah. Right. And vice versa. Like you IUIC niggas, who the Most High don't want it to get, you ain't getting it, man. That's right. That's right. That's why we look at y'all like y'all fucking stupid, man. This, you gotta remember, it's the spirit that quickeneth, man. That's right. The flesh profiteth nothing. That's the scripture, the precept I got, man. It ain't about your flesh, man. It ain't about your nappy ass afro, man. It ain't about your black ass skin, man. Your so-called melanated skin, man. It ain't about could you call yourself a Mexican or this or that or whatever. It's about the spirit that's within you that quickeneth you, man. That's right. No matter what the fuck you look like, man. None of us deny any of the elect of YAHAWASHI, regardless of what the fuck he looks like, man. Right.
But you know? IUIC don't have the spirit because they're not calling upon them YAHAWASHI. How you gonna have the spirit? You ain't got the breath.
Right. Let's not get on them, man. Let's deal with this.
Let me finish this off,
Deal with the end of the age, man.
It says,
he's so about to go down. He's so about to go down, man. You know what I'm saying? These fucking false prophets, man. The Lord is exposing them. That's right. These are our concerns, man. YAHAWASHI about to come back real fucking soon, man. You understand? That's the that's the goal, man. That's the what you need to be focused on. Return of YAHAWASHI, man. Because everything else this man about to do, you know, as far as martial law, RFID chip, and all that stuff, we're gonna be all right, man. Right, bro. These false prophets, man, the Lord about to expose them. They're about to be cast down in front of everybody, and it's happening right now. You understand? Go ahead, bro.
Finishing this off, it says, "And whom also after that ye believed, you were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise."
Yeah, that belief. What's another word for belief?
Faith.
It's faith, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us was, you know, I was still in the military. Brothers were still doing a lot of brothers was doing different things. They just said, "Fuck it, man," through the Spirit.
Hey,
Just believe, man.
Received you the Spirit by the works of the law, by the Spirit.
Right.
We didn't receive this truth by keeping the law, statutes, commandments. We was all dead unto that, man.
Yeah.
It was through this hearing of this word that we believe, man. That's how our faith was built. Then we started to keep the law and do the things that pertain to having faith unto what we believe in, man.
It takes faith to keep the law. You know, you clinging on to Israel, man. You're an Israelite, right? You believe. That takes faith.
Hey, just the fact that we here right now is showing that we believe and we have faith, man.
Right.
We can be doing a multitude of things right now, man.
Right.
It's New Year's right now.
That's right.
We could be out partying, getting a bitch, doing
Mouth
pimping hoes out, man, stealing, robbing,
Right.
doing all type of wicked shit according to this world, man. But we here making our bodies a living sacrifice and preaching
Right,
Christ,
bro.
man.
That's right. And it's that serious. The situation is that severe to where you drop everything, man. Scripture speak about a goodly pearl, a man selling everything for that pearl.
Yeah.
Okay, it's that serious, man. Hey, Scripture say when Yahawashi came to Peter and Andrew, they dropped everything, man.
Yeah.
Straightway followed the Lord immediately. You know, it's that serious, man.
God. All right, so we get to somebody give me that second Esdras.
I got it.
That was the Spirit, man. Second Esdras chapter 6, verse 6.
This is Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 6. It says, "Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. But by me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Then answered I and said, What shall be the pardon and sunder of the time?"
Yeah, that's the time we are right now. The pardon, asunder of times, man. Meaning things about to change. All right, things about to change. Esau really thinks he's about to bring in his new world order, which is about to be what you say was the party about to get crashed by YAHAWASHI, man.
That's right.
But the Randy parade.
Yeah, man. YAHAWASHI and 144,000 the elect. Brothers get spiritual power.
Hey, because through the Spirit, we already crashing that party before it even happened. I'm telling them beforehand that, look, nigga, your party ain't finna pop off like that. It ain't finna, fireworks ain't gonna pop at the end of that.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, we consume you through the Spirit of the mouth of the Most High, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, "Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?"
Yeah, the end of the first is the end of Esau's rulership. That's whose rulership we are under right now, under the so-called white man power structure. All right, they are the biblical Edomites. The so-called Jews you see today, they are the lineage go back to Esau, but they are Amalekites. All right, that's who's ruling right now, man. The goddamn cave dweller, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 8. "And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Job were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau,"
which is symbolic because Jacob laid down with Rebecca, and she had two twins. They weren't Isaac. I mean Slakia. Isaac, yeah, Slakia, bro, my bad. Isaac laid down with Rebecca, and they had twins was Jacob and Esau. They were not identical, they were fraternal.
Right.
All right. One had pigmentation, the other one had leprosy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, and they both received blessings from their father.
Yeah.
And guess what? Only one of those blessings was stamped with a time frame on it, man. To rule for a certain period of time. Israel's was forever. But Esau's was for a certain amount of time, man. As the brother said, pulling down the hill of Esau, that's the end of Esau's time. That's the time that we're looking at and we're seeing happening right now, man. Got a quick precept, real quick. It's Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. God has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. That's not talking about Israel, because in Daniel says that we're going to have a kingdom that's going to rule forever and ever and ever.
I got that right here.
But Esau's kingdom was only, his blessing was only for a certain period of time. From the Renaissance period up until this time we see now, but it's very short right now.
So like I was gonna say that just like the Most High told Abraham, he said, look, your seed gonna be in a strange land for 430 years. So the Most High already got the time when you devils, man.
Yeah.
You got a time limit, man. The Most High gave you fucking the time to rule. And you got a last second, man. The Most High only know.
Yeah, man. That's why he's you know, the Lord bringing on 2019, man. It's gonna be another temple. It's gonna be some shit this year. It's gonna get turned up because he knows he has but a short time.
So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, most likely we're gonna make it to 2019, but it's gonna be a fucked up, depressing, hardcore year for all you people in the world, man.
We entering it with a government shutdown.
Right.
Yeah. And if it drags till February, you people, you Jakes, you Edomites, you Gooks, you're not gonna receive your
federal employees gonna lose it. They're not gonna get paid, man.
You're not gonna
no section 8. Yeah, because today is the first. People usually get their government check right now. That shit ain't in there. You swipe in your car, it's like insufficient fund.
Yeah. A lot of federal employees are losing their money. They're not getting it. There's a lot of people on like Twitter making a post saying that their husbands, the wives of their husbands, are not receiving their money right now. And then the fact that food stamps, a lot of the lower classes is going to feel the impact of they're not getting their money on the first or I believe it's like the third or something like that. You know. So
shit, from the 1st to the 15th, pretty much.
Yeah, it's
everybody's shit is different.
It's affecting everybody. This is affecting everybody.
That's why, like that Howard go down. The scenario that he threw, that was them with the Edomites. Your middle-aged Edomites. What about them Jakes? Them Jakes gonna feel it way before you Edomites feel it, man.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be chaos way before that.
So we just living in a time where this nigga's days are numbered, man. They've been waiting to balance. He's been found wanting, man. Many tekel ufarsi, man. You goddamn devil, man.
That's right. This is Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers.
Who are the watchers? The angels, man. Which are receiving orders from YAHAWASHI themselves personally, man.
And so are we.
Right.
The angels and the prophets are the watchmen.
Right.
The Lord said, how you go in Ezekiel? Watchmen upon thy walls that will ever not hold their peace. That's dealing with the prophets.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the angelic forces in the spiritual realm,
the mouthpieces,
and then you got the mouthpieces in the third dimension.
That's right,
That's what we in, man. Speaking this word profoundly and speaking it boldly.
And speaking it, and it's manifested itself.
Right.
It's accelerating, man. This white man's end is accelerating at an exponential rate, man. You know, like Dave Chappelle said, if pussy was a stock, it'd be plummeted. But if this truth is a stock, and it's skyrocketing, it's blowing to the goddamn roof, man. It's blowing the hinges off this motherfucker.
He was able to put them fires out in paradise, Malibu and all that shit. But it's that word, you can't put this fire out, man.
Nah.
You know?
Go ahead, bro.
This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Who's the one that's really living? That's just not talking to everybody. You know, it's dealing with the initiated souls. We're the ones that's truly living through this word, through the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of YAHAWASHI. Everybody else don't fucking matter.
Right.
That's right.
I feel like sometimes I'll be like, you know, going to supermarkets and the store, like, you want to push people out my fucking way, man. It's like people just don't matter.
That's the born in vain.
Yeah, many of them were born in vain. That's all. That's exactly what it is, because going to the scriptures, when the scripture said this is a mystery, you know, the head bro Muatazak brought that out to my attention, man. Mysterion, only for initiated souls, man.
Not mere mortals.
Not mere mortals. So we're the living, all right?
Right. You guys, that's not in this truth, especially Israelites, you don't matter, man. You'll matter in the kingdom when you come through the loins of the elect, but right now, you're insignificant. You're basically part of that drop of a bucket, man.
Yeah.
The Lord ain't fucking with you right now. He ain't dealing with you.
Yeah.
That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
So everybody gets their turn to rule.
That's right.
So prophecy can be fulfilled. through Daniel, the 7th chapter, Daniel, the 2nd chapter, Book of Kings. We ruled before. You understand? The thoroughness of our rulership was under King David and King Solomon. We ruled during the time of Judges. The Egyptian had a chance to rule. You understand? Everybody had their chance. The Hamites had their chance to rule. The Babylonians, the Greeks, the Romans, the Persians, and the Polynesians. You understand? So after this modern day Roman Empire under the Idumeans, it's going to be our time to rule forever once again. You understand? So everybody gets their turn, man.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, right now, who's ruling over us, brother? Finish that.
It says, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
Yeah, the basis of men is ruling, man. Esau. All right, the so-called white race, the Idumeans. Going to the word Esau is Shashua, wasting the ways he. Going to the word Edom, Hebrew word there's Adawam. All right, it means red. All right, that's it. They're not white, they're red. They're the real rednecks, cave dwellers.
Look at this one, bro. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 34. And he answered me, saying, Do not thou hasten above the most highest, for thy haste is in vain to be above him, for thou hast much exceeded. Do not the souls also of the righteous ask questions of these things in their chambers, saying, How long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? That's what we ask for. When is this man gonna be taken down, man? How long can the white man continue to be on his reign of terror, fucking up, destroying the earth, the ecosystems, everything that the Most High have set in order? He's opposing and exalting himself above that on the left hand side to be wickedness. So we asking, when's that gonna be done away with, man? Because that's what Ezra was asking. Like, Lord, how much longer can these fucking devils do this shit, man? Verse 36. And unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said, Even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he have weighed the world in the balance, man. So Esau's already been weighed, like I said a minute ago, he's already been weighed and examined in the balance, man. He has the time to rule, the time to fuck up, and the time to be destroyed, man.
Hey, I got you, Dama.
Job, you got?
Nah, Psalm.
Okay.
Psalm 94 and 3. Lord, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, how long shall the wicked triumph?
Man.
What you were saying, Dama?
Okay.
I got one.
I'll bring down my finish this. Go ahead.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, 7 and 8, the points. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only
That's dealing with the Romans, man.
Right. Which the Romans are back right now.
Yeah.
Reincarnated, man.
Who is this? It's Paul, right?
Yeah,
Paul was dealing in the time of the Romans, man. Go ahead.
It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until it be taken out of the way.
Right. That's one thing our people don't understand is that this whole world and how it's working is all on the vibration, on the script of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI.
Right.
You don't think the Most High know that Esau is ruling and fucking up shit, man?
Right.
We know that too, but we don't. Since we don't know the time and the hour, we're constantly hastening for that day. Like, Lord, they're like, God damn, like look at what he's doing. He's turning everything upside down. Like, you ain't gonna come back now. You ain't gonna come back now. The Lord's like, chill. I got this nigga.
Lord,
His sin is stacking up to the heavens. I got this nigga at the perfect time. Just have patience, continue to preach, prophesy, suffer your little shit you're going through. But trust me, when the Lord's come down on Esau, it's gonna be in his perfection, man. Right? It's gonna be that sore stroke. It's gonna be that knockout punch, man.
Just like that in Egypt, bro.
God. Go ahead, brother.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of
Right.
his mouth.
That's happening right now through us. What we doing right now? Through the men of the Lord on the highways and the byways, the true men of the Lord, prophesying, going into the chip, going into who Esau is, going into cutting you other camps, getting on y'all asses, man. It's all part of the script of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI for those chosen men of the Lord to bring this thing out and to make it be manifested in these last days, man. Everything is working on the algorithm of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI to a T, perfectly, man. There ain't nothing that's out of place. There's not a hair out of place on what the Most High is doing right now in these last days, man. Even the IUIC and they bullshit, all these other false camps are part of the Most High's algorithm, man.
Hey, because they still telling Jake that they Jake.
Right. But they playing their role, man. Even to the fucking smallest molecule of the Most High script is all being played out perfectly, man. There ain't nothing out of whack, man. Everything is going and measured by the times of the YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, man. Go ahead, bro.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming,
Even him who is coming is after the work.
Who is that? That ain't just some random occurrence, man. That's a physical being here on the planet Earth, man. That's Esau, Edom, the wicked, the so-called white man. All those whose line goes back to Edom, man. That's who's working the iniquities, man. That's who's opposing and exalting himself above all that's called the Most High here on the planet Earth as we speak, man. The so-called fucking white man, starting with these elites, these Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all them fancy pants niggas, man.
You got Astor family, the DuPonts,
right?
The Morgan,
Bilderberg,
Rockefellers, Rothschilds. Those are the top 5.
Right. Them niggas that own the Federal Reserve, man.
Yeah.
That own that's the head and the chairmen and basically the mouthpiece for the beast, NATO, EU, and America, man. Them faggots, man. Them crackers, man. Them Edomites. Them niggas, man.
Yeah, all them are Amalekite.
Yep.
They're tribe of Esau.
Right.
You know, so it makes sense for them to be the top 5 and the top Edomite that rule in the world.
Yeah.
The Most High is making it known right now, man. The Most High is like we said earlier. The Most High is making it the same way the Most High is making his chip be just accelerated and known on the forefront. The same way the Most High is exposing every goddamn thing, man.
Yeah.
It's without a shadow of a doubt, man. And we telling y'all through the spirit of YAHAWASHI what's happening, man. Go ahead.
With all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness.
Right. Who does that fit? That don't fit the fucking Arabs, man.
Yeah.
That don't fit Japheth. Japheth ain't doing that, man.
Japheth ain't doing shit.
Japheth ain't doing the goddamn thing. But eating poi, man. Japheth just walking around with ponytails, eating seaweed, man.
Japheth
Playing football.
Playing rugby and shit. They ain't fulfilling what the so-called white man is doing, man. They don't fit that scripture. Only the so-called white man does. Point blank, period. I don't give a fuck how you want to slice it, dice it, and try to digress from that. It is what it is, man.
Speaking about a red horse taking peace from the earth.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That ain't fucking Japheth.
Japheth can't afford Japheth can't afford an ICBM missile. Japheth can't afford one ICBM missile, man.
Exactly.
They probably only got an army.
They ain't got no standing army. Niggas can't afford a firecracker, man. All of a sudden, they Esau. They can't fucking break, man.
Hey, just to back that brother up. Right, you got people saying that they're Arabs because they're using that reference Saudi, saying that means Edom. No, it's not. Edom comes from a Hebrew word, like the brother said earlier, ATHAH. Esau is Ashashua, meaning waste away his heat. So
And the scripture said that you're gonna be exposed in this time.
Bugged out, man.
Right.
Japheth being exposed? No.
No,
The white man being exposed.
give me a fucking break, man.
It's talking about the end of the age versus Esau, which is the so-called white man. That's what it's about.
And that's what he didn't expect. He didn't expect men that are the Israelites to raise up and call upon them Yahweh outside and expose them, man. To bring forth this information, to bring out the scripture. You didn't expect that, man.
Yeah, that's why
And his own
scripture
people is the fault.
Yeah. That's why the scripture said the pride of thy heart has deceived
thee,
thee,
man.
man. Thou that dwell in the clefts of the rocks.
What is a Samoan got to be proud about?
Yeah.
Having a ponytail, nigga?
Yeah.
Give me a break, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
so-
Tiki Torch.
Yeah, so
Yeah, something about the you think how they complaining and stuff right now.
Well, you know what? Finish that, and then we get Jordan Mark. Finish that.
It says, with lying wonders and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness.
And what is that really, though? It's technology, man.
Yeah.
That's how he's fucking fully deceiving every fucking body, man.
The scripture tell you that he gonna come out the cage deceiving.
Right. This nigga got some goddamn. He got some technology over here that'll blow your mind. Have you believing that this nigga really is the Most High really with this dude, man? Look at this fucking Project Blueprint, man. This nigga got satellites in space, bro. Scripture doesn't say that he's wiser than Daniel for no fucking reason, man.
Right.
This nigga literally is wiser than Daniel, Sakari.
Yeah.
Stupid nigga.
Exactly.
This nigga got some wonders and technology that'll blow your monkey ass mind, man.
Hey, he got real time technology to where he can put you in another place around the world in another season, and it make it look real over his virtual reality.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This nigga can literally make tomorrow come. This nigga has like these phones, this technology. You can literally live tomorrow forever.
Right.
You can record some shit, your daughter taking her first steps, and relive that forever, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
You can never lose that memory through his technology, man.
He controls weather.
Yeah.
You know, the Most High gave this man all type of power, man.
So it only fits fucking Esau, man. Get it through your bubble head, man.
Bird.
Right.
Go ahead,
It says, in them that perish, 2/3, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved.
That's 2/3 of our people. They're not receiving what we're saying as love, because it is love at the end of the day. Even when we cut out these other Israelite groups, it's all love, but it's leading to your own salvation, man. But you niggas refuse to take because you got pride. So fuck you and your mama, man.
Or you get emotional about how I said it. You watch Bird Box. She was speaking to them kids harshly, man.
She even have names for them little niggas.
You know what I'm saying? But did she love them? Yes, you know she loved them in her actions.
Hey, but I'm about to say that. How you know she loved them through her actions?
She said everything I do is for the children, man. So it don't give a fuck how it's coming out, man. You know?
You soft ass. And everybody's soft. Comedians can't even be comedians anymore in this society. That's how you know this place is fucked up. Here it is. This is literally the only place where the truth can get you in trouble. You tell the truth. Oh my gosh, he's horrible. Huh? He's talking about transgenders. Transgenderism is confusion. But if you say that, oh my gosh, we're gonna destroy him. Oh my god. This is the only place where the truth is fucking hated and you can be destroyed by the truth, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah, Marvin.
It's going back to complaining. It's Revelation chapter 6 and 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I thought under the altar of the throat of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh.
You read Revelation 6, bro?
9. Yeah, 6 and 9.
Hey, can you start at verse 4, bro? Sure.
It's Revelation 6 and 4.
No, man, I'm sorry. Start at verse 1, brother. Sorry.
Revelation 6 and 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seal, and I heard, and it were the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse.
Right, the white horse represents YAHAWASHI, man.
Right.
His grand return.
That's right.
Somebody give me what is it? Isaiah 14. 14.
Got you.
It's just the first verse, I believe.
Hey, that shows you too. Like the scripture said that no man was worthy to take the book with the Lamb. So YAHAWASHI, he's the spirit that's coming to give us understanding of all things, man.
And that's why
it's only through the sacrifice of YAHAWASHI that we're able to understand this, understand this truth, and to break the seals coming to go to Egypt, man. Which a lot of you Israelite groups are trying to exclude YAHAWASHI out of the equation, man. If it wasn't for YAHAWASHI, we wouldn't be cleansed to even call upon his name, man.
We wouldn't even be able to repent, man.
Exactly. Our sins wouldn't even be covered, you fucking niggas, man. But you got niggas talking about, oh, YAHAWASHI, we're too filthy. No, it's because you niggas are filthy, man. That's right. The elect ain't filthy. The elect sins are covered by YAHAWASHI, man.
Them niggas' consciousness could do
right. You niggas are wicked as fuck, man. And YAHAWASHI, like I said last week in camp, the Most High knows your true intention, man. The Most High know what Nate was doing, man. You know them niggas is slandering and sold out, man.
Verse 4, that's it.
Niggas ain't full of no goddamn body, man. Especially YAHAWASHI. The Lord's gonna kill you niggas with a horrible fucking death, man. And I pray that I see a lot of you wicked zombies in IUIC die, man. Lord willing, I'm part of the elect, man.
That's right.
I want to see your life leave your worthless body. You sell out, wicked, YAHAWASHI denying maggots, man. That's right.
The Lord about to make a move on IUIC, Lord will 2019, man.
And hopefully that put fears in the rest of you stupid niggas, man.
It's not, man, because somebody got fulfilled.
Well, yeah, brother, that's right.
Yeah.
100% right on that.
So read that
Isaiah?
Read Revelation 6 and 2 again, Bob, short.
Yeah, Revelation 6 and 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forward conquering and to conquer.
Oh, man, that's gonna be
I gotta preach that, bro.
Kind of real quick, man. That's gonna be a beautiful day. That represents YAHAWASHI coming back to what you call UFOs.
That's right.
Chariots, man.
Right
Spaceships, man. And he says he's coming back to what? Went forth conquering and to conquer, man. He's gonna take down the beasts, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the European Union, the United States of America armed forces, the Chinese armed forces, the Russian armed forces, Saudi Arabians, all you motherfuckers will be put down, man. When the one you even call Jesus Christ returns, man, comes back with a grand entrance, man, and the elect being risen up with spiritual power.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Well,
bro.
I was gonna say you gotta be stronger than the one you're going up against to take them down. Who's stronger? Who on the earth is stronger than the white man, man?
YAHAWASHI.
That's who on the earth?
Military might.
Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Esau will blow any nation to smithereens. But YAHAWASHI, the one that gave him the power, is the one to take him down, man.
Right, that's beautiful, man, because YAHAWASHI was Isaac.
So they gave him the blessing.
Yeah. So give me that
Isaiah
14, and you get your precept of 19.
Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Man, they said the burden. What's the burden, man? That's the downfall of this place, man.
That's right. You gotta blow the dust off that boy.
Yeah, man. Right in that swift cloud represents the chariots of Israel, what you call the UFOs, man.
Right. Which is a mystery.
Man, that's heavy, man.
Hey, Esau trying to cover up what happened up there in Queens.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know, with the electrical power and all that.
Yeah.
But really, it was chariots in the mist, man.
Yep.
You know?
There was a recent one Apostle Tahar put up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep, it's Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt, behold, YAHAWASHI outside, riding upon a swift cloud.
That's the chariots, man. He's gonna come back in that gigantic spaceships, and you got the rest of the archangels with him.
You got brothers having visions and dreams.
Brothers gonna have spiritual power that day. Our body's gonna get changed, man. We're gonna turn into extraterrestrials. All right, straight up, man. We're gonna be able to travel out this atmosphere straight through the Van Allen belt, go to different planets, different galaxies, man.
With no need of a fucking spacesuit, a spacesuit.
Yeah, the superior bodies, the superhuman bodies they're gonna receive.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
It's gonna be amazing, man.
Right. Quick precept, please.
Can I finish this off?
Yeah, let Mahar go before you, bro. He's been holding. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Yeah, these people will be losing their minds, man. Having heart attacks. You know what I'm saying? Committing suicide.
And you can watch movies like Bird Box, Bushwick, and they show you, man, that chaos is gonna be crucial, man.
But really, the emphasis on that is when the Lord returns. A good depiction of that is War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
Right.
That's how it's gonna be, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mom.
This is Psalm 45 and 4. And thy majesty ride properly because of truth and meekness and righteousness, and thy right hand shall teach thee terrible things. Thy arrow are sharp in the heart of the king enemy, whereby people fall under thee. And then I got Revelation 14 and 15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, trust in thy thickle and weep.
Right, the clouds is metaphorically dealing with the spacecrafts, the what you call the UFOs, the chariots.
Right. Blocking on 14. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud. Upon the cloud, one that like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and his head a sharp sickle.
Right, man. So that means YAHAWASHI conquered all the nations, man.
Oh, come on.
The kings of kings and the lords of lords, man.
That's right now. Let me get it,
man. That's it, man. That's the end game, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Please
get this right now,
please. Let me finish that, man. Read it one more time, bro.
God, Revelation 14 and 14.
Right.
And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one that like unto the Son of Man.
That's why he's gonna take on the word white. You know, you represent purity, man.
Yep.
Ain't nothing purer than YAHAWASHI, man.
That's right.
That's why this word is pure.
That's right.
So, hey, man, when the Lord returns, man, and it's gonna be quick, fast, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be in and out.
That's right.
In 1 hour.
That's right.
So you make this this place
so
is very
rich.
And tell you the Lamb gonna see this place burning, man. Scripture say that the Lamb. Hey, so the day that YAHAWASHI returns is the day that America burns, man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And the presence of the Lamb and the presence of the angels.
The holy angels, man.
There you go, man. You go ahead, brother.
It said, and I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one that like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle.
Yeah. What do you do with a sickle, man? It cuts, man. It reaps.
Yep. It said another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, trust in thy sickle and weep, for the time is come for thee to weep, for the harvest of the earth is white.
Yeah, that's the time we're in, man. The harvest of the earth is ripe.
Yeah.
End of the age, man. That's the time we in, man.
The scripture say in Matthew, I believe it's 13, it would tell you that the time of reaping is the end of the world.
Oh, man. Find that, bro. Oh, man.
time to reap is the end of the world.
Yeah, man.
I got it right here. This is Matthew's Matthew 13 and 37. He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed are the children of the kingdom.
Right, man. What is that? What's part of that good seed? It's truth.
Yeah.
That's how we received it. That's how the children of Israel, the elect, has been gathered. Has been gathering so far from the 144,000 respectable number. What's up?
It's breaking news.
Oh wow! Hey y'all, if your brothers don't know, Pastor our name 2019 Karagma, the Mark.
Damn.
Who you got this from, bro?
The buzz is commenting.
Are they commenting? Get the water for that, man.
Come.
That's the Mark.
The Mark, man.
The Mark. So hell yeah, man. All praise YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. About to get turned up to the max. To the max.
Hey, big job style. It says Matthew 13 and 37. He answered and said unto them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed of the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that soweth them is the devil, and the harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels.
And it's a time we're in the time of the harvest, man. For YAHAWASHI to come back, the angels, brothers against spiritual power, the Karagma, the Mark. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, that just proved that those like in the TV show, the movie with the Reaper, and show that the Reaper are part of the angel. They're part of that angel, like the good side and the bad side.
That's right.
Hey, the scripture said the angel of death come from Yahweh, man. So he sending out those angels to issue your death to send your soul back up to him.
I got a quick preset.
Yo, somebody was holding, man.
Dama
was holding.
Yeah, it's Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And what's that heaven that's being opened? It's Esau. Esau's heaven, man.
No,
that's where YAHAWASHI is coming to open before the white horse comes. That heaven that's open.
No, that's not it. Read it again.
And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse.
Yeah, so that's John Revelator seeing the skies. Yeah, the skies open up, man. The chariot's coming out.
The second heaven. That's like they show you in Black Panther how the dimension open up and how you coming in.
Yeah, what I'm saying, but what is he coming to do though? He's coming to take down the heaven. I mean, the heaven is the earth opening up, but the heaven too is twofold. The heaven is Esau's heaven.
Bro, that's dealing with YAHAWASHI coming back from a different dimension into our dimension to take down the so-called white.
That's what I'm saying, brother. He's coming down to the heavens to come and take down Esau. When he's coming to crack those clouds, he's coming to crack the heavens. He's coming to enter into Esau's shit and take his shit. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. So when he's coming to crack, he's coming to make judge and to make war upon this Esau shit.
Yeah. And that's show you too that the outside of the volume of the book, because it said with the faithful and true. Read it again,
right? And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true.
The word of Yahweh from outside, man. Because Scripture tell you, 2 Corinthians 15, that the word, every word of the Most High is faithful and true.
Right. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. He's coming when he does that to come and judge and make war, to judge all the nations and to make war against all these heathen nations.
Best to eat them.
Right. Verse 12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. Whose crowns is he going to put on?
Yep.
The crowns of all these heathen nations.
Taking them down.
Starting with Esau.
And that's that type of power that you don't want to mess with.
Right.
Like when Thanos came. My man, right. Hey, when Thanos came, hey, hope you don't want no smoke. I said, no! You don't want no smoke. Hey, the scriptures say that the Most High gonna have to put the spirit on these motherfuckers to fly them jets. Yeah. They don't want no smoke, man.
Verse 12. And on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. Isaiah 63rd chapter.
That's right.
Come on, man.
That's right.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. Why? Because he has a sacrifice to be made in That's right, bro.
You know
what I'm saying?
Got it when you need it.
And his name is called the Word of the Most High.
Hey, going back to faithful and true.
Right.
Every word of the Most High is faithful and true. YAHAWASHI, man, is the manifestation of the word of Yahweh, man.
Verse 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
What is that talking about? Scripture say in Psalms, what, 70 something? The Most High gonna come with thousands of chariots, man. That's the armies of the heavens, man.
That's in Revelation, the 5th chapter, I believe, as well.
Verse 15. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. So this whole scene that is painted is when Yahawashi comes through the heavens to crack these clouds, is exactly what he's coming to do. To take down all these heathen nations, take all their crowns, to be the king of Lord of lords, to set up the kingdom from Israel, man. He's coming to take down Esau and these other nations, man. He's coming down to judge, man. Because when he came 2,000 years ago, he didn't come to judge the nations, man. He came for a certain mission, to shed his blood, to cover the elect. Just like he told the apostles, if this is my kingdom, my servants will fight. So when he coming this time, he's coming to fight, man. And to make war, and to judge, man.
He came as a lamb. Right. He came as a lamb. What happened?
Right. Hey, he came as a lamb done before his shears,
right.
Man.
What happened? You know, you crucified him.
Right.
You know?
Hey, all for that blood to be covered, to cover the elect, man.
That's why it says vengeance is in his heart, man.
Right.
You know, because that was yesterday.
Right. You don't think when Yahawashi came back and he was getting his ass whipped by the Romans that he didn't know what was going to happen later on? Like, man, I can't wait till I come back.
That's why he's coming back with a shout.
That's why I said every eye shall see him, even those that pierced him, man. Everybody gonna pay, man. Even 2/3 of you niggas, man. That gave the Lord up gonna pay, man.
He said it. He said this before. He said, "Think not, I didn't come for peace. I come with a sword." So basically, how repetitive the scriptures are. He's coming with war, man.
Why? To establish his kingdom.
That's right.
Hey, because every kingdom is established with war and fighting, so the other person bows the fuck down.
That's Daniel 7 and 18.
Hey,
that's the change y'all take the kingdom.
Right. Hey, that's the whole scenario of the Game of Thrones, man.
Bro, that's Daniel 7:18, but that's also Thanos, bro. He had to go to war, bro, to establish his kingdom. What he do? I think he sat on his throne, man. And watch the sunset, man.
Violence.
Violence about
the Lord has an army, so he's
I'm gonna finish this then.
That's why it's in my mind.
And it says he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses.
You got that scripture? What's that army talking about? It's talking about them chariots, man. The Lord ain't coming alone. He ain't coming in one massive ship. He coming in that massive ship, the ATHAH ship. But he coming with the thousands of the heavens, man.
He coming with that same power that blew up that fucking shit over there in New Jersey, man. But to really fuck shit up, you know, even more than that. Verse 15. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he should rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the almighty power.
What is that sharp sword? Laser beams, man. Zapping these people into powder. Like easy work, man.
Having dreams about it.
Right. One more verse and that's it. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh name written King of Kings and Lord of Lords in all caps, man.
And if you read down all the way through that chapter, it's talking about the destruction of Babylon, how the Most High gonna get 1,000 feasts.
Man.
Paid upon his kings, man.
Promise. That's why he's coming to crack them heavens. He's coming to serve multiple purposes, man. The angels are coming to deliver the elect, to judge these nations, to judge 2/3 of Israel, to put the whole fucking world in subjection and fear, and see the power of Yahawashi outside. And after that, there ain't gonna be no question of who's running this shit, man.
Who's Jesus?
Right. Who's
the son of the Most High?
Who's running the show, man? Who's putting people in power and taking people out of power? There's gonna be no more questions of that, man.
I got the balance of that. What you saying?
Yeah, let me get this real quick. Revelation chapter 5, verse 11. And I beheld, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beast, and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb."
The Lamb talking about Yahawashi, man, because he came as a lamb. That sacrifice, man. That's right. To when we ever repent and get things right with the Heavenly Father, man.
Because the Lord, Yahawashi's coming back to receive his glory, man. You think he just died and covered the sins of the elect and that's it? That's the end of the story? No, he's coming back to collect, man.
Yeah. Right. So he came back in a humble role, and this time he's gonna come back as a conquering lion.
Right. Damn right.
It says, in the thousands. It said the 10,000 times 10,000. That's the angelic forces.
That's right.
So Yahawashi has an army as well. He has an army up there in You know, out of space.
That's right.
And that shows you that YAHAWASHI, even when he was on the scene, is above the angels, man.
Yep.
That's right.
And when he comes back again, he's still gonna be above the angels because they're coming as part of his army, man.
Right.
YAHAWASHI is gonna be the general. He ain't gonna be taking second fiddle to the angels when he come back to destroy it. They're coming back as his army. He's gonna be, look, you go here, you go here, you take this, you take this. He ain't gonna be taking orders, he's gonna be giving orders, goddamn.
Yeah.
To take this shit over, which is his anyway. In the
Because
first place, man.
he always came in the reincarnation.
Yeah.
He came as himself, but he came as a sacrifice.
Bro.
This time he coming. He said he ain't gonna meet you as a man.
Right. He came humble as a man.
That's right.
He came lowly. He came in sinful flesh, man.
Yep.
This time he coming back as an angelic force.
Boy.
He's gonna smash all your technology. He saw all your pride. It's gonna be just shitted on in a millisecond, man. When YAHAWASHI crack them skies like you dumb black unconscious niggas say, all knees are gonna bow that day, man.
That's right.
I got to read real quick. This brother been holding precept. I need to finish this. Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 66 verse 15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind."
Wait, I thought he was God was all love.
Hey,
I thought, hey, hold on, you changing it up. I thought God was all love.
It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire."
Man, that's the moving War of the Worlds right there, man. That's YAHAWASHI coming back with them chariots and laser beams coming out those chariots, man, and zapping these people into powder, man, to mist. Just like that, man. Turn them into motherfucking mist, man.
Dehydrated.
Yeah, man. That's what's about to happen. That's end game right there, man.
That's right, bro.
I gotta finish this.
Verse 16, it says, "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh."
That's how the Lord gonna plead with you, man. Because right now the Lord is extending that hand, telling Jacob to repent. But after that mercy is extended, now that wrath comes. Like I got sons, I'm only gonna tell you a few times not to do that.
Right.
But once you do it, I'm gonna smack that ass, man. So that's how the Lord is doing. He's speaking right now to his men, but he's about to bring that ass whooping, man.
Let me read this. Let me finish this Revelation, bro. Verse 17.
Will you finish, brother?
Oh no,
Oh, slide.
just real quick. It says, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Oh, the slain. One more time, brother.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And what, brother?
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah, man. This time around, man, 2/3 of you wicked ass motherfuckers, man, you're not going to make it, man. Oh my! And that's a good thing, man.
Yeah.
You're a bunch of degenerates. Fuck the black woman. Fuck the fucking Latino woman. I'm talking about you women that's not down with the truth. Fuck you, American bitches, man.
Cardi B.
To you Cardi B's, you Nicki Minaj's, fuck you Rihanna's,
Slut walk Amber
slut
Rose.
walk motherfuckers.
Do
To hell with you,
Niggas of the world.
and let me get it right. We're not dealing with women that's with the truth, man. You got women that's gonna, is gonna make it with the black woman. All I'm talking about, you degenerate ass women out here, man. All right, you fucking you goon niggas. All right, you goon. You want to be goons. You
trap niggas.
You trap niggas. What else, man?
Fucking lean sipping
Drug
dread
dealers, dreadlock niggas,
colorful dread having ass niggas, man.
the Lord,
Migos niggas.
yeah, you Migos niggas.
Yo, basically everybody, those wild grapes, some scorpions, man. Outta here.
Bro,
That's a part of the
hey, this gonna cover all
It's not
you.
written in the book of life.
This gonna cover all you undesirable fucks.
So the slain of the Lord shall be many.
I'm
I'm not dealing with our nation, but everybody else gonna get it out here as well, man.
Okay.
You understand?
I'm gonna read this. These last 1, 2, 3, 4 scriptures encapsulate everybody. Verse 17. And I saw an angel standing in the sun. Revelations 19 and 17.
Okay.
And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, "Come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God."
What was that supper, man? That's World War III.
That's right,
Oh my God, one.
That's World War III, man.
Right.
And that's going to take place right there in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia. That's right. Area, man. That's that, because it's going to be dead bodies laying all over that. Man, it's going to be miles and miles and miles of dead bodies of soldiers, freaking civilians, babies, women. You're gonna be smashed, man.
Hey, and that's just gonna trickle over here to all of America, 100% of America, and other parts across the world, man. This war ain't gonna just touch the Middle East. That's where the main event is gonna take place, but it's gonna span out throughout all of America, man, and other parts across the country. This is verse 18. That ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of the mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. What's that make you think of? Revelation 13 and 16.
That's right.
It says a lot. It says that he may eat the flesh of kings. The flesh of, yeah, everybody with the military, like officials, dealing with all their top officials and all that, man. They're going to be slain out there, man.
Hey, even to you everyday average motherfuckers. Watch this. Verse 19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies.
What's the beast, Sock?
The beast is a NATO in the EU.
Yeah.
It says, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies, and together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Well, watch this stuff. Verse 20.
You gotta break that down.
Come. And I saw the beast. Basically, I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies, and those that were, so that means NATO, EU, and all these China, Russia, all these nations that's gonna be gathered together for this great war. The war to end all wars. So all you niggas in the midst of this great destruction.
So they
Fight
will be
against
fighting.
YAHAWASHI.
Yeah, they will be
Right.
fighting each
Against
other.
YAHAWASHI.
Then we YAHAWASHI come in like Matthew
Thieves in
said,
the
like
night.
that's a good one. Like lightning coming from the east. That's
Power
gonna
and
come
great glory.
yeah, he gonna come back that quick, man. Lightning coming from the east, and they're gonna try to turn against him, and they're gonna get smashed, man.
Hey, no, watch this though. Hey, it ain't over yet though.
It's gonna be like Mayweather with that goop, man. Like he is under there dancing, man.
Hey, but listen to this though. Hey, but listen to this, verse 20 though. And the beast was taken, and him with the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, which had deceived him that had received the mark of the beast.
There you go.
That's 2/3 of you niggas and every rest of you undesirables.
Yeah. Right. It says a lot right there too. And the beast was taken. So you gotta get into the beast, was dealing with the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, aka NATO, European Union, United States of America, right?
And with him, the false prophet, who's the false prophet, starting with the Roman Catholic Church, was triggered down to also called Christian denomination.
Right. All them goddamn South Americans,
man,
they follow that shit, man.
And what does the word Vatican mean?
Serpent prophets.
Say again, serpent prophets, man. Yeah, man. So, man. So who's the serpent that came in the garden?
It wasn't Jethro.
That's all different philosophies.
But they know they come from Esau though.
Yeah.
Hey, they just said that they're gonna be the thief, right? Those people that took the ship, they're gonna be the thieves into taking the ship.
Exactly. Why, man? Because they're gonna be working miracles, man. I was gonna try to pull that. I was trying to look for that thing. Is in Revelation 16, because Esau is gonna use this technology to fool you people, because he's gonna be healing paraplegics that couldn't walk. They're gonna be walking, man. They're gonna be walking, they're gonna be running,
controlling limbs.
You know what I'm saying? Controlling limbs and all that.
Well, they already have that movie Upgrade.
That's the movie Upgrade. That's what I'm saying.
Upgrade,
so they're gonna make it so like desirable. If you get this chip, you'll be healed and blah 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 blah.
Hey, especially after you crash this economy, you can buy and sell, you can work, you can do that. This is the best thing ever. You dumb niggas gonna line up by the droves.
And that's that problem, reaction, solution.
Hey, but that's that scripture in Psalms where he said, "I am like the Most High."
Yeah, that point, man. Reading up 20 again about the miracles.
This is Revelations 19 and 20. And the beast was taken, and him with the false prophet that wrought miracles before him.
Yes, man. They're gonna push this thing to the max, man. All right. So the miracles they're gonna push through the NATO, the beast system, and all is that chip. All right. People gonna be able to walk. They're gonna say you're gonna have so much information downloaded to you, because because when you take that chip, you're gonna be linked up to the clouds, the satellite system.
Right, what's
5G. You know what I'm saying? The 5G. Yeah. So you're gonna be a fucking what you call cyborg transhumanism.
And you're gonna have an IP. They're gonna physically make it look like peace on earth with that chip, bro.
Yeah.
The way they're gonna have a solution for it to your
that's the one
gonna be
with
taken.
The sword.
You can do everything. They're gonna make that shit sound very benevolent.
And look at
that perfect society, man. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image These both were cast alive in a lake of fire,
What's
burning
that
with
lake of fire?
brimstone.
What's that lake of fire and that brimstone talking about, man? America being burned with missiles, man.
Right.
That hot.
Story 13, bro.
Oh, I got it. One more verse, brother. This is what Yahawashi gonna do to you niggas that do that. Verse 21. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse,
Yeah.
which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and the fowls were filled with their flesh.
What is that sword that's gonna proceed out of his mouth? Dealing with the ships, man.
That judgment, man.
So get that real quick on Revelation.
It's Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frog come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Right, man. Oh, man. So this is perfect. So the dragon goes back to the ancient Roman Empire,
right?
Which we in the modern day Roman Empire, man. Which is under the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the EU, and America, man. The 3 unclean spirits dealing with Esau's control on a financial structure, which is is located in London. The military stronghold, which is located in this district, Columbia, which is DC. Then you have the religious aspect, which is in Rome. The 3 city states, that's what they call them: London, District of Columbia, and Rome. You understand? Those are the 3 unclean spirits. Okay, go ahead.
And then I saw 3 unclean spirits like frog come out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast,
which is synonymous. All right, it lines up. It started off with the Roman Empire, which is the dragon. Now you in the modern day Roman Empire, which is the beast. You understand? Go ahead.
And out of the mouth of the false prophet,
which is the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church. Yeah.
For they are the spirit of devil working miracles.
Yeah, and the miracles gonna be really shown with that chip, man.
That's right.
I'm telling you, man. That the miracles gonna really be shown with the RFID microchip, man. The motherfuckers gonna be walking. That was paraplegics. That's right. You're gonna be like, oh man.
I seen a video earlier today where this young boy was able to walk, do with a what they call them, skeletons, let's go cut a skeleton, man. You can consider that a miracle, man.
And how it's going to be controlled by? It's going to be controlled by that chip, man. That's what's going to roll, man, because that chip is going to be that instrument that's going to create that miracles, man. Like the brother said, people to walk, even people to see, man.
And people got brain chips. The scripture speak about the chip in the brain, so you're able to move limbs that you weren't before, man. That's a miracle, man. You know, people are blown away by that, man.
It's gonna be like a $6 million man, man.
But they gonna see that real through us. You know, we gonna lay hands on people and they gonna
miracles. He thought he'd be doing his so-called miracle, and the prophet would be doing their miracle.
That's right.
People gonna be deceived by the Esau miracle, and people gonna be it's the scripture said like people that be willing and not power. They could be willing in that time when we see the power. They could be, oh snap. It's the real deal right here.
What does that remind you of? Us showing the power and Esau showing the power time in Egypt.
Yeah, Moses worked on
the Egypt was performing their miracles, but like that snake got bitten by the righteous snake. Right? You know, righteousness is always gonna be stronger than that left.
It's verse, I'm gonna read it over. 14. For they are the spirit of the devil working miracles, would go forth unto the king of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahawah Almighty.
That's right.
I got scripture.
Slack you, bro.
Wait, read that again, bro.
Yeah.
It said, for they are the spirit of the devil working miracles, which go forth unto the king of the earth.
You said spirit of devils working miracles?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's talking about Esau and his power structure. They gonna create these miracles. This devils meaning deceivers. They gonna trick the people, man. Okay, go ahead.
Would go forth unto the king of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battles of that great day of Yahawah Almighty.
That's right. That's right.
That's the battle Armageddon, man.
That's right, bro.
All right. Give me your Revelation 16, verse 1 and 2.
Revelation 16.
I had a quick reset.
Already.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation 17 and 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them.
What is that talking about? That's the war in heaven. People got it mixed up when they think Satan came down, was casted down, and all this shit. No. That ain't happened yet, man. It's talking about Esau fighting against the Lord, man. That's right. Go ahead, Al.
For he is Lord of lords and kings of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Hey, Lord's will, man. We're called, chosen, and we remain faithful. That's right, bro.
Like Esau had this term, semper fidelis, always faithful, Lord, bless us, man. You niggas always faithful to the devil. I'm gonna get this Revelation 16, 1 and 2, dealing with the miracles again, man. Because when motherfuckers take this chip, this book is beautiful, man. When they take the chip, these people gonna get sick, man. Yeah. Because they're gonna be hooked up to the technology and all that, but the motherfuckers gonna get sick. They said with a sword destruction, man.
They don't even know that Esau got your RFID chip linked to his database, where if you get a line, he'll just send an electromagnetic shock. Stop your goddamn heart, man. Stop you in your tracks as a warning.
Right, man. And that's what he wants to do. He want to control your soul, man, your mind, body, and soul.
That's right. And let's not forget, this nigga in this new world order, he has re-education camps, man. You niggas that get cute. He gonna sit you in there and shit electrodes through your brain. Hey, remember that movie? Nicolas Cage and Face Off. Yeah. When those dudes in prison was getting out of line, they'll send them to the re-education. They was shocking them in their brain and shit. They're doing that shit to get you in order, to send your ass back out into the world to basically lobotomize you, man. To put you in order, man. Don't get cute, man. This nigga ain't playing. Esau is crazy, bro. That's right. This nigga is a madman. He's nuts, man.
That's why I tell you Revelation is like 16. Yeah, that's why I tell you in Revelation the 14th chapter that the Lord has to destroy you if you take that chip, man. Because Esau is going to have total control over your mind, body, and spirit.
Complete ownership.
He has to burn you up, man.
Complete ownership. Because basically you choosing the devil over YAHAWASHI, man. That's why it's called the ultimate, the trial, the hour of temptation, man. The temptation to do what? To either serve the Most High, to be faithful, or not, man. There ain't no fucking in between. Well, I can do a little bit of both. No, nigga. You gonna serve YAHAWASHI, and it only goes for you Israelites. If Esau take it, he gonna die any goddamn way. Man. But a lot of those Edomites that's into this, that's in the right spirit, they Jake, man. They want to go back to Jake, man. But 2/3 of you niggas are gonna literally willingly take that mark of the beast to choose ownership to be property of the so-called white man.
Yeah, because they haven't been given the spirit of this faith, man, the knowledge and understanding. So 2/3 have been condemned to take that chip, man. Yep. That's how it's been set up to do, man. And Lord willing, we've been set up to serve the Lord unto death.
That's right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, we get this revelation real quick, man.
Oh, you nigga?
Whoever, man.
I got.
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 16, verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth.
Man, that's the time frame we in, man. That's a time frame we are entering right now, man. That's right. The Lord's about to turn things up. All right, go ahead.
And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast.
Man, so you gonna look up the word noisome real quick. This is what's gonna happen to you when you take that chip, man. Noisome.
Oh shit. Concuss. It says of a bad nature, not such as ought to be, of a mode of thinking, feeling, acting.
That's right there. Go ahead.
Base, wrong, wicked.
Go ahead.
Troublesome, injurious, pernicious, destructive, baneful.
Yep.
And bane means death.
That's right.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, it's not of nature. It's not of the nature of the Most High. It's the opposite of what the Most High wants, man. It says not such as it ought to be, which is to not take it, man. That's the way it's supposed to be. But Esau, like I said, Esau exalt and oppose himself above all that is called the Most High and that is worship. That's why he's trying to, ultimately through this chip, trying to steal the elect and the bride of YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI from the Most High, man. And to basically, physically to fuck you with this mark and to defile you, man. That's what he's trying to do to the elect. This is a kakaz, apparently a primitive word, worthless, intrinsically such, whereas probably refers to effects, i.e., subjectively depraved or injurious, bad, evil, harm, ill, noisome, wicked. So that mark is wicked as all.
Yeah, finish it off, man. A couple more words. Oh, for sure. No. Go back out to the back to the verse, the scripture.
Oh, come. It says, I read verse 2 again. Let me get verse 3. Then we read 2 again.
Yeah, read 2.
Okay. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast.
Right. So pull up the word grievous. There's a reason why I'm doing this, because once people who take that chip, man, they're fucked, man. The word.
Because I remember today, matter of fact, I was watching the video this morning when I first woke up. The brother was showing the chip. I forget who it was. It might be the elders or apostles, but they were showing that nasty sword on those that took the chip, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's called, the Greek word is H4190 pornero, something like porno, you know? It says, right. Full of labors, annoyances, hardships. Pressed and harassed by labors.
Man, they're going to be controlling you.
You're right. Not only physically, but mentally, man. With those different frequencies and mind control shit, man.
Yeah. They got
bringing toils, annoyances, perils of a time full of peril to Christian faith and steadfastness. Because it's going to be an all-out insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Basically, those that don't want to take this chip.
Just like in the time of Rome, they were bringing persecution.
But this is dealing with those that take the chip.
Right.
Yeah. Right?
Causing pain and trouble. Bad, of a bad nature or condition. In a physical sense, diseased or blind.
You hear that? Yeah, that's it. Disease on blind, man. Go back out.
In an ethical sense, evil, wicked, and bad.
Yup. That's what's gonna happen, man. Now go back out. Another word I want to look up: sore. Sore, yeah, right there.
The word is helicos. G1668 says a wound, especially a wound producing a discharge of pus. That's physical. That ain't spiritual.
Right.
That's a physical wound you're gonna have when taking this chip, man.
Man, see that, man? It says a sore, an ulcer,
a discharge pus.
That's what's gonna happen over time. They're not gonna get that as soon as they take the chip out. Over time, that's what's gonna happen.
They're gonna start scratching their stuff, but then it'll just be what the fuck? Like they can just start itching, it'll be nasty.
It's not natural to have something like that in your body.
Finish off that verse, man. So, brother, gonna finish off that verse because I wanted to look at those definitions, man. That's why you look up words.
Stupid niggas. That's why you gotta go into the Greek.
Got that.
It says, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore.
Which that sore is going to turn to an ulcer. Going to get sick, man.
Which Carl Sanders was going into.
Right.
He created a chip.
Right. Go ahead.
And the grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image.
That's what's going to happen to you, man.
Yeah.
It says a grievous, a noisome, grievous sore. Damn, man.
That's many levels. You're going to have a physical, actual sore on you. And you're going to have another actual physical destruction when you get burnt by the missiles and judged by YAHAWASHI in the presence of the Lamb, man. Damn. It's going to be a multifold physical destruction, judgment on your ass, man.
Yeah.
But you got niggas talking about, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, is it reprobate? The Lord gave them to reprobate mind.
That's the final test, man. That's the final, when you reach that final level. That's it, man. That's the final. That's what the elder said. That's what will separate the men from the mice, man. Yeah. The men from the boys. Those that believe to those that don't, man. It's that chip.
Yep, and Lord's will, we remain
faithful
to YAHAWASHI. Don't take that chip, man. Hey, because it's not gonna be easy, man. It ain't a fucking easy thing. It ain't, we talking about it, but it ain't gonna be easy, man. You know, you're gonna feel them hunger pains. You're gonna feel things that's going to tempt other men to do so, to take that chip. But, you know, Lord's will, we remain firm and faithful to the Lord to not receive that chip, man.
Damn right, bro.
Because it ain't going you know, we can't talk about this like it's gonna be fucking easy, man.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord said it's gonna be our expectation that shall come upon the whole world
To try them.
to try them. You know, it ain't gonna be fucking easy.
Man,
you know,
bro,
the most I get down.
But you gotta think when it says being tried, you're gonna be brought to your weakest level, man. Like what something earlier before the video came on. Like when you got a newborn baby, he crying for milk. You like, man, relax, man, it's all good. But just hearing that cry, bro, that shit drive you nuts,
bro. Let me give you a testimony.
It can drive you fucking like, shut up, just shut up. You want to shake the baby like, shut up, man. Bro. The milk is in the gut, it's coming, man.
Bro, man.
It can drive you insane. It can drive you to leave your baby in the middle of the cold winter and just walk off, man.
I give you a testimony.
Nah, brother. Stick to scriptures, man. God. Anybody else?
I got Revelation 20. Go ahead, man. Basically thinking about the great war in Revelation 15 and 14. It's Revelation 20 and 8. And shall go out to the sea of nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog.
You said Revelation what?
20.
I'm gonna start up.
Yeah, brother. Like, what the hell?
I'm just trying to get back to the point, you know?
Nah, man, we gonna keep rolling, brother.
Yeah, this is Revelation 20. I'm gonna start at
1.
At 3. No, I'm starting at 4.
Let's start at 3.
Start at 1.
Man, yeah, let's get it, man. Start at 1.
It's Revelation 21. And I thought an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit,
right,
and a great chain in his hand.
So, hey, this is pure history, secular history right here, man. All right, that's why we believe the apostles and the elders, the great millstone that came out of one West has the truth. Because you read this and he's reading it, you don't know. You think it's some angel and some bottomless pit somewhere, man. All right. So when you get the understanding of this, man, it's dealing with the dark ages right here, man. I won't say the destruction, but the downfall of ancient Roman Empire and the start of the Holy Roman Empire, man. So that angel, read that part again.
It said, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit.
Right. Go ahead.
And a great chain in his hand.
Right. So that's dealing with the so-called white man going into slavery. It started off with the Antonin dynasty, with the five good emperors. You had Nerva. I remember the exact names, exact order. Nerva, Marcus Aurelius. What's his son name? The 5 good Caesars or emperors. I can't remember his son name. Commodus. Then you had
Commodus.
What's his name?
Yeah, I can't remember all their names, but it started off with was it 96 AD?
Augustus.
No, it's all right, man. All right, we started ruling Nerva. Yeah, Nerva. Yeah, Trajan.
Hadrian.
Yep.
Antonius.
Yep.
Plus Quius.
Right.
And the Marcus Aurelius.
Right. Those are the 5. One more time, brother.
It says the 5 good emperors, the ancient Roman emperors.
Those are Israelites, man.
Yep.
Those were not Edomites.
The ancient Roman imperial succession of Nerva reigns 96 to 98 CE.
That's right. So we started to get up in power since 96 AD, now 193. All right, go ahead.
Trajan.
Right.
Hadrian. Antonius. Pius. And the Marcus Aurelius.
That's the Antonin dynasty. Then they trickle on down to Septimius Severus.
That's right.
That's when we really put the stronghold a foot up Esau's ass under Septimius Severus, man. The cutter of 7.
Hey, watch this. This is the Greek word for keys. The word is klos, right? It says a key. Since the keeper of the keys has the power to open and to shut. Who the Most High shut up and who he put in there? He shut down so-called Edomite. And he started putting Jake in the Roman Empire, man.
Right.
He opened it up for Jake to start being the new powers over there in Europe. That's where you get the monarchies in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Great Britain, the Moors, doing all that shit. That's when Jake started coming up into Europe and ruling for 1,000 years. And B, it says metaphorically in the New Testament to denote power and authority of various kinds. And who did he put in power? Jake. During that time, man.
Jake came to power.
That's why it's called the Dark Ages, man. And Esau knows that's why he called it that, man.
Exactly.
Esau ain't stupid. That nigga knows he know what's up, man.
It says the story of having the what? Having the key.
The pit.
Yeah, read that.
It said, and I saw the angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottom of the pit.
Yeah, the angels YAHAWASHI. Right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can tell you in Revelation 1:18 that he had the key to the bottom of the key life and death.
Which is basically the key to put somebody in power and take somebody out of power.
Right. From his father, Yahweh.
Right. So the Most High came with those keys to take Esau out and put Jake in, man.
Right. The bottomless pit is yours.
It's yours.
Right. Yep. All right. So the Lord used September Severus, right, in his physical form to do that.
Right. And what proves that?
Accomplish that task.
And what proves that? Look at what's that book called from the brother from the dude
Sex and Race.
J.A. Rogers.
J.A. Rogers. What's the book you got again?
Nature
Knows Our Color. That's a prime example of the Most High using those keys to put Jake in power during that time.
Right.
And then my so-called brother in the world, he had went to Europe, right? He had went, I forget where he went. It was somewhere in Spain, the Vatican. He was telling me how he had went to this big ass like church, whatever. And he said they had statues of all the church fathers from like the Dark Ages. And he said all those statues had their heads chopped off. And he said that the guy in the thing said these were all the kings of Israel. But all their heads were chopped off. And he told me, he was like, why did they have their head chopped off? Because they look like niggas, man. That's why. It was just like Jake. Right. So they chopped off all the heads of all those statues that represented the kings of Israel. They chopped them off, man.
Fucking devil.
Yeah, let's get back to the
Revelation 20:2. They laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil.
That's that same serpent that was in the garden.
Yep.
That old serpent.
Laid hold on the dragon. The dragon is number one. I mean, the Roman Empire got taken out of power. You know, what you call an uproar to the governments. And September Severus was a so-called black man with his family line and his soldiers took down the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire. Go ahead. They lay hold on the dragon. That old serpent. Go ahead.
Which is the devil.
But it goes back to the Garden of Eden, which is Esau. Esau was the one in the Garden of Eden in Eve's ear, giving us another philosophy. They had pigmentation back then. Okay.
And bound him 1,000 years.
So that's when we came into power in what you call the Dark Ages. All right, you got different empires. Jake was ruling Scotland, Ireland, Portugal, Italy, Russia, France, Germany, Switzerland, Sicily,
Norway, all in that area.
Great Britain, all that shit.
All the way to Russia, man.
Yep.
The czars of Russia were Israelites, so-called black men as well. You understand?
It's verse 3, and cast him into the bottom of the pit and shut him up instead of still upon him.
Right. So that's when we came into power on that time. We started to push Esau up into the Caucasus Mountains. Right. All right. Go ahead.
Instead of still upon him that he should deceive the nation no more.
They were in slavery. They were in bondage under us. That's something they're not going to teach you in school, man. Right. That's why the Lord got the prophets back on the scene. Brothers that's well taught, well schooled under our teachers and bringing out the right way, man. We got books that back this up. You understand? Ultimately, you got the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Go ahead.
Till 1,000 years should be fulfilled.
And they started coming back into power, I would say, around the late 1300s. So we was in there since 96 AD, all the way up to the late 1300s, 1400s, man. We still held on strongholds, you know what I'm saying? But eventually we got taken out, man, through the Renaissance period.
And Esau covered up all that history when he was in the caves, and he put his face in there. Yeah, so he deceived the nations even from what we did before he even came into power up until now, man. He said, them niggas didn't do that. That was us. The iconoclast, tore off the heads, put, depicted the images, man, put himself to be the people. Oh, you up to this day, man. And you still got a lot of the world that believes that bullshit, man.
Right. The height of Esau power was in the 1600s. That's how the King James came about in 1611. Yeah. And during that time, that's when Esau was, really regained his strength. He had this one guy named Oliver Cromwell who brought a lot of devastation to Jake in Ireland and Scotland, Wales and Britain as well, man. King James was a so-called black man.
That's right.
All right. I'm glad you mentioned that, bro. Go ahead.
And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
So that's the time frame we in right now. So that's the time starting over the Renaissance period. So during that Renaissance period, you had characters like Caesar Borgia, all different crime family, all the way down to the conquistadors, the Cristobal Colon, Orlando Cortez, what's his name?
Francis Pizarro,
Magellan,
all them niggas, man.
All
Shit, even now to these universities and these schools and these so-called fucking wise men.
Right, we're just giving some brief history, man, to all the way till we got into slavery, from Esau to all the way now, man. That's the season he's in right now. So right now he's reached the end of the season, end of the age, man.
That's right.
Okay, the end is being manifest.
Right. And I saw a throne, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given to them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahawashi.
Right. So this is the nitty-gritty right here, man. Some of us at that time are of temptation, martial law. Some of us are going to be martyrs. Some of us brothers, our spirits have been selected to be martyrs. Some of us has been selected to be the elect. Lord willing, none of us are selected to be 2/3, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That's why you gotta pray every day, man. And, man, you got beg for mercy, man.
Repent.
Repent.
I was gonna say, hey, if the spirit of Yahweh describes you as a martyr, the Most High gave the spirit to be a martyr. You know, like a Samson. The Most High gave him the spirit to do so. You read about Paul. Paul got, beheaded, by the Roman Empire.
John the Baptist.
John the Baptist, James. These men, Yahawashi being the highest example. If you facing that, the Most High gave the spirit to endure that, man.
Exactly, man.
And for the word of Yahweh, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image.
Yeah, man. We're not. The scripture said the Lord got 7,000 men that ain't gonna bow down to the knees all out.
That's right.
That's worshiping the image of the beast.
That's right.
Going along with the system of this culture.
New world order.
This degenerate, transgender, Satanist culture, man. That's what it's talking about.
That's right.
To be a damn Satanist, man. To be what you call an anti-Messiah, man.
Neither have received his mark upon their forehead.
Which is the mark.
So that shows you that it's talking about now. It's talking about what we're about to go through right now.
Right.
Because the mark of the beast was in journey time when the apostles were seen.
Yeah.
So what John is seeing is the men, us going through that shit right now in this future accelerated age from when he saw the vision. Talking about right now in these last days, man.
Right.
Some of us are gonna be beheaded for not taking this chip, man. Not worshiping the beast, man.
They neither have received his mark upon their forehead or in their hand.
Right, which is the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast, Karagma. So it says where?
And their neither have received his mark upon their forehead or in their hand.
Or in their hands.
In their right hand.
Right hand, left hand.
That's a cut.
You know what I'm saying? That's a cut. In their heads, man.
It don't matter where the fuck you take it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't need shit. No matter where you take this chip, that's your ass, man. Because he's talking be slick and tell you like, well, brother, it's not in your hand. I put it in your foot. That's against prophecy. And niggas gonna be like, that's a gray area. You right. I ain't taking it in my hands. I got it in my foot, brother. It's a serpent. Get your ass out of here, nigga. You take that chip, your ass is grass.
That's right.
Hey, that's just like saying, I got a tattoo. No matter where you get a tattoo, if you get a tattoo with that mark on you, if you do that, you finish, man. No matter where the fuck you get the shit.
Breaking the Most High's commandments.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to make no cut into your flesh. And they live and reign with Yahawashi 1,000 years.
Right. That's the first dominion. Because people read this chapter right here jumps around. It just gives you some history of the Dark Ages. It fast forward to the time frame we live in right now. And then after that, it's going fast forward to when Yahawashi conquered this wicked system in the first dominion of rulership under YAHAWASHI, 144,000 and 1/3. So that's our first dominion is going to be the first 1,000 years of the kingdom, man. All right. What is that? So Judah is back. Okay. Hey, somebody else read that for me, Big Drew, verse 4.
Verse 4, Revelation 20:4.
Yeah.
It says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahawashi.
Hey, that show you right there, man. It's going to say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You ain't going to make it off another man's works. Because you're going to be faced with that death, man. The Lord going to save you down or not, man. So you got to really you know, do what you gotta do in the spirit, man, to remain solid for the Lord, man.
That's right.
Because you can't go off what another man does, man.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta have that relationship with the Lord, man. You're gonna be under that guillotine by yourself, man.
Yep.
You're gonna be faced with that ultimatum to take that chip or not for yourself, man. You know? It's gonna be real.
It says, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark.
Yeah, it said, so like I said, for the word of the Most High, man. You know, we doing this for the word of YAHAWASHI, man. The fear that we have, man.
It said, not worship the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with YAHAWASHI 1,000 years.
Right, that's the first dominion in the kingdom. Go ahead. The first rulership. Go ahead.
Verse 5. It says, but the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished.
Yeah, the rest of the dead is dealing with the other nations. All right? So they're going to come back, you know what I'm saying, for slavery. All right?
This is the first resurrection.
So in the first resurrection, these souls are going to come back for their captivity, man. All right? To build up our kingdom. Our everlasting kingdom, man.
That's right.
What was the point you want to get to in here, Mahar? Or you just want to read
it was verse 8.
Yeah, go ahead. Verse 6.
Okay, and blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection.
That's where you're trying to be, man. That's where we're trying to be.
That's right.
Because you're not part of the first resurrection, the revitalization of the earth, man. The reconstruction of our kingdom, reconstruction of our planet.
First fruits.
Man, you're going to be a 2/3. You're going to be born in a third and fourth generation, man. And you're going to be ashamed.
You know? You want to be, it's like moving into one of these track homes. You know, you the first one there, man. You the first one to live in that house, man. You know, you want to be the first one to sit your ass on that toilet, man. You know?
Yeah, be on that ship and man, we're gonna be living, man.
That's right. That's right.
Extravagantly. Go ahead.
On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of Yahweh and of YAHAWASHI.
Right. That second death is dealing with the thermonuclear destruction that's going to hit the United States of America.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And shall reign with him 1,000 years.
Man.
And when the 1,000 years are expired.
Right. So that 1,000 years dealing with the first rulership as well. Right.
And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Right. So that's dealing with
Jumps back.
Yeah, it jumps back.
Yeah, it jumps back.
To Esau. Esau coming up out of the caves, coming back into power. You know, and this is where we are today. Esau's the end of the world.
It said, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarter of the earth.
Right. So that's the Renaissance period. That's when he really started to put his foothold in the world, doing what you call iconoclasm, disinformation. Right. The facing of images, pushing out these school systems we were set up by the Rothschilds, United States, push lies on you. These colleges are set up to push lies on you. All right.
If they Gog and Magog to gather them together to the battle, the number of whom
Gog and Magog represents the Russians.
Yep.
All right.
To gather them together to battle, the number of whom is at the stand of thieves. And then ultimately, this is going to lead up. This is Ezekiel 38, Joel chapter 3. And this is where Yahweh judge the nation. This is where there could be the end game where Esau going down and for Yahshua being set up next, man. Right. With all to go back to 2nd Ezra chapter 6.
That's right.
The Esau at the end of the world, man. This is all prophecy leading up to Esau being destroyed and for us rising up and ruling the earth all over again.
The underdogs. I got a quick one, Aubrey.
All right.
This is Psalm 6, Psalm 7 and 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end.
Man.
But establish the just.
And that's what the YAHAWASHI is doing, man. So it was us humble brothers. The justice is going to be established throughout generations to come, man. You know what I'm saying? That's you got to believe it.
That's right.
You understand?
We know that the wicked is talking about Esau. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end.
Come to an end, man. That's the time we in, man. Yep. This shit is coming to an end, man.
That's right.
No more sickness, no more suffering, no more getting up in the morning working for a green piece of worthless paper. You know, No more of that shit, man. Everything will be back in order, man. No more oppression. No more depression.
No more practice.
No more, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna really smell the breath of fresh air. You're gonna really be able to drink real water.
We ain't gonna be in this
Eat
flesh.
real food.
Eat real food, man. Yeah, you're gonna really enjoy the essence of a real woman. Because you don't have real women here, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna be you're gonna be able to really enjoy your children, man. Really.
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
That's right, bro. I got something. Yep. Let me finish this up.
It says, "Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just. For the righteous power trieth the hearts and reigns."
And he said he tries the hearts and the reins. The Lord try you up here, man. The Satan to mess with your mind.
Right.
All types of stuff. See how you react and like, what the hell? All types of wicked thoughts you have, man. That's right. It's a constant battle going on within your members, man.
They show you that on Birbox. You know that Satan fucking with their minds, man. You know, you got to be able to discern them thoughts. You know, like they was coming to them children, that spirit was coming to them children in the voice of their mother.
Yeah, man.
You know, and you got to be able to discern it, you know, because it's going to come in your thoughts. It's going to come in your voice. So you got to be able to discern righteous and wicked, man. And you got to put up prayers to ask the Most High to not let Satan influence your thoughts or influence your actions. I mean, it's a lot. You know, let not Satan influence your actions, man. Because these niggas that fall out, they let Satan come with them thoughts against brothers and shit. They let Satan influence their actions, man.
Many have been ordained to this condemnation.
Yeah, they got the earth is flat.
They've been ordained to that condemnation.
Or that one nigga, brothers don't like me. You know, that's Satan, man. What the fuck is that? Pigeon, man. Somebody, everybody don't like him and shit.
Yep. Or if I could say this too, that's why it repeats it in they did not take the mark in their forehead or in their hands, because the frontal lobe of your brain is the primary part of your brain that causes you to do your decisions. And hands in Hebrew is yad, which also comes up figuratively, meaning what you possess in your power in your hand. So fulfill your office, man.
That's right. Yeah, that was heavy, man. It's not a game, man. You can finish that out, Mahar.
Revelation 20 and
oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Going back to, because he mentioned the wickedness of the wicked, and I'm gonna read this. This is just a part of that wickedness. This is Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right. So all the unrighteous dealings, the injuries that Esau has committed, the riches he's gotten by deceit, all right, because of all that wickedness that he's accumulated, the kingdom that he possesses now is going to be translated to a righteous kingdom. That's right. To the rightful owner.
Manifest.
What's up, bro?
It's not working.
How much time we got?
We're an hour and 37 minutes in.
Just plug it into that plug. There's a USB plug right there.
That's right. Plug it in, brother.
We're still rolling though.
See.
Oh man, yeah, my battery's about to die. So I mean, working, man.
Something wrong with the cable.
Yeah, we about to close up, man. This shit about to die. Got like 13 percent left.
Try that great one.
Yeah, just like with the brother read the scripture.
Or no?
Go ahead.
Try that great plug.
Oh yeah, like the brother read the scripture is manifest destiny, man. Hey, you can read that scripture one more time?
No, it's this plug, man. My phone plug is messed up. It's just terrible. It was plugged in.
Okay.
This is Rock chapter 10, verse 8 again. It says, because of unrighteous dealings.
And what's those unrighteous dealings, unrighteous decrees, man? All the decrees that he broke, all the slaughter he did to the Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, through his unrighteous decrees. Yeah. He broke every decree on the book, man. And now he's adding more laws on this New Year's Eve to put further hell on the Israelites, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says injuries and riches got by deceit.
And they stole everything from us, man. Look at history, man. That's why it's so important. In order to understand prophecy, you got to know history, man. Okay? If you know the so-called white man's track record, he stole every riches from the Israelites and the other nations also, man. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It says the kingdom It's translated from one people to another.
Manifest destiny, man. And it's gonna be a righteous rule, just like what the brother read earlier in Revelation, that first dominion, man. Okay? Put everything back in order on this earth, man. Right? From everything that was turned upside down to be turned right side up, man.
Right? You know how Esau get down. That shit only applies and it don't apply to him. You know what I'm saying? Jake can get fucked. We can get fucked up, and our end came, and niggas gonna die. We're gonna be exterminated. But when it comes to his ass, no, that can't happen to us. You know, fuck that, nigga. You ain't no different. You the basis.
No, it's not that. It's
okay, that's why the scriptures say the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, man. Okay, the pride of his heart has deceived thee. The reason why the brother said that, the way they act, because they goddamn proud, man.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, the Most High, he ain't visited this world in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the scripture tell you, Ecclesiastes 8:11, man. You know that these motherfuckers had that mindset because the Most High just
We good, bro?
Are we good?
Yeah.
Working? All right. Shit.
We never stop rolling, huh?
Yeah, I know, man. I was kind of concerned about
Keep
that.
on rolling like King Curry.
That's right. Keep on rolling. What time is it, man? Let's get a few more, man. Close out.
11:04 hours.
Yeah, man. Let's get a few more. We're gonna close out and eating and some of these curses.
We'll go back to that second and 6 for sure.
It's Revelation 20 and 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarter of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the state about. And the beloved city and fire came down from Yahweh out of heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone.
See, people think that's talking about hell, you know, underground pit that burns for eternity. No, it's not. It's talking about America going up in flames.
That's right.
Like Dr. Dre and them had that concert tour up in smoke. Up in smoke. Yep. America's gonna be up in smoke, man.
Yep.
And that's in the scriptures.
Yeah.
Them niggas still touring, man, and they all beat up, man.
Hey, give it up, niggas.
Them niggas is beat up,
Give it up, man.
Yeah, they need to give it up. They look terrible.
Take a rest, man.
And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from who faith the earth and heaven fled away.
Right, that's YAHAWASHI coming back to what you call the UFOs, man.
Yeah.
All right.
And there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great.
Yeah, a lot of dead bodies, man. A lot of people are going to die, small and great. Go ahead.
Stand before Yahweh, and the book.
I'm sorry. Salakia. This is dealing with the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
Read it again.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yahweh, and the book were open.
Right, it's dealing with the spiritual realm when you cross over to the fourth dimension, and the books were open of everything that you've done in your life, man. Salakia about that.
That's like Daniel 7.
Right.
And the book were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life, and the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the book according to their work.
And that's how we get judged, man. Whatever you do on this side, in this lifetime, man. So you go into the spiritual realm, you stand before Yahweh, YAHAWASHI, and they man, your life get flashed before you, man.
Yeah, because ultimately, who are the dead on this side? Jake that ain't got the truth, man.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture in Revelation, their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of that great city, man. That's the dead. The Jake that don't know who they are.
Yeah. Right.
They don't know that they're Israelites. That they obtained unto these words and received the breath of life from YAHAWASHI, man. That's the dead. And they literally gonna die in this place, man. Right?
And they that wandereth out of the ways of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
You ain't getting out of them graves, nigga. You, the walking dead, literally, man.
And then the thief gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their work. And the death and hell were cast into the lake of
How they
fire.
gonna be judged? By that fire, man. Ultimately, at the end of the day, man. They're all gonna be burnt up, man. Yeah, you're gonna have Jake that's gonna die by race riots and famine and all that shit, but You niggas that make it to the missiles, man, Lord got a real special hatred for your ass, man.
Yeah.
You're a real wicked, demonic, funky soul, man.
Yeah, but that's his righteous anger.
Yeah, right.
So if you made it through all the regular anger and stuff, and you make this righteous anger, that means you a vile spirit.
To his indignation, he'll burn your ass up, man.
Cool, man. The last verse. It said, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire." This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
That's what we're trying to be found in the book of life, man. That's what we're trying to be found, man. So we got one more scripture and we can close out. Anybody got closing scripture?
No, I got.
You get Lamar, you really say that. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is the second address.
Hey, so like I said something real fast. Just show you how this. I'm gonna show you something how the white man knows that the Most High is only dealing with Israel, right? Like on this website I go to, right? It asks the question. It says, "Where does Isaiah say the Lord will reign in the end times?" Right. The first question answer is North and South Pole, Babylon and Israel, Mount Zion and Jerusalem, America and Israel. And the right answer is Mount Zion and Jerusalem. That's what I clicked, and it says correct, man. So that shows you that Esau knows that the Most High is not going to be dealing with nobody but Mount Zion and Jerusalem. It said even America and Israel. And that wasn't the right answer, man. So this nigga knows that the Most High in the end times only going to be delivering Israel and Mount Zion, which are both synonymous with each other. Right? So this place is finished, man.
Yep. Like that show, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, second address 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world at the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Keep going.
That's it, man. The end is being manifest right now, man. The Lord is bringing everything to light. The prophets are back in the scene. Brothers on the four corners of the earth, teaching His word in sincerity and truth, man. The elect is being wakened back up. So we're going to close out by giving all praise to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAKAKWADASH.
Double honor to the apostles and those of GreatMillStone. What's it? BARAK YAHAWAH.
BARAK YAHAWAH. BARAK YAHAWASHI. BARAK YAHAWAH. BARAK YAHAWASHI. BARAK YAHAWAH. BARAK YAHAWASHI. Shalom.
Shalom.